What happens at a second interview? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. Just got back from, believe it or not, a 5-hour second interview on an asylum case. And we see in many kinds of cases, citizenship cases, green card cases, asylum cases, that USCIS sometimes schedules folks for a second interview. And my initial reaction when seeing a second interview notice is, uh-oh, that's not good. Nothing good ever happens at a second interview. I suppose I've had cases in the past, and I know that I have, where cases were approved after a second interview. But usually, if you're being called in for a second interview, that's because USCIS has some serious things to talk to you about. They've probably already covered everything in the first interview, and now they've either gone out and investigated what you told them, or they've come across some information that they want to follow up on. And we see this a lot in citizenship cases. We see this a lot in cases where the initial interview was very quick. So sometimes people have a green card interview and they'll walk out of there feeling like everything went great and it was a really quick interview. For instance, on an asylum case once, I had a client who tells me that he had a 45-minute asylum interview, which is sort of unheard of. And we went back for his second interview and it ended up being 8 hours long, literally 8 hours long. And obviously the officer who was being forced to decide the case, because we'd sued them, didn't feel comfortable working off the 45 minutes worth of notes from the initial interview, and that's why we ended up having an 8-hour interview. So you're probably not going to want to go to a second interview without a lawyer. That's probably first and foremost the main point that I want to make. Second thing is, when your client is testifying at an interview, generally not much good can happen. In other words, the more opportunities USCIS has to question your clients, the more likely it is that they might find something to trip up the client on. So you're always going to want to prefer to just have one interview. If you have a second interview, it's probably serious. It's something you need to pay attention to. I have that video called Don't Ever Write a Letter to USCIS on Your Own. I'd also like this video to be Don't Ever Go to USCIS on a second interview alone. It's very serious. They probably are inclined to deny the case, and in most instances, they're bringing you in so that they can nail down the reason for the denial that they want to issue. They might be doing it to exclude things, to sort of clean up the record so that they can approve your case, but typically, if a case has been pending a while and then there's a second interview, not good things are afoot, and you're probably going to have a serious problem with your case. So if you get a notice for a second interview, I suggest that you talk to an experienced, competent immigration lawyer. We've handled many second interviews. I really don't like doing them, but of course we do them for our clients because we do what's best for our clients, and you always got to go to your interview. So if you have questions about second interviews, about what to do if you get an interview notice for the second time, or if you have concerns about what might be up at your next interview, you might want to make sure that you talk to us. Give us a call at 314-961-8200. You can email us at info@hackinglawpractice.com. If you like this video, please be sure to share it on social.